a trek of life for the past shit. I don't even know, like
2013.
Yeah, since I was born, man. Every day is a new experience, a new like eye-opening situation, and
Hell
there's
yeah.
ups and downs, and like just trying to find the equilibrium, trying to find the balance in between
That's all you can ask for.
everything.
Where have you found your balance, you think, right now, for the
Man.
time being, at least?
In this moment, like,
I guess just in life in general.
I don't really know. Like that's a super hard question to answer. That's a tough question to answer because the line that I work in, like the position that I work in, doesn't really allow much balance. You know, there's really no like work life, hobby, relationship balance. It's all just like
Work, grind.
yeah, everything is just compiled into one because like luckily I'm not in this situation, but say for example you had a family and then all of a sudden somebody calls out and it's supposed to be your day off and you're supposed to be at like Busch Gardens with your kid like looking at turtles or some shit, like
Damn.
all of a sudden you're not going to Busch Gardens with your kids looking at turtles. You're going to be sitting in the restaurant like doing whatever
Bullshit. It's
has
supposed
to be
a day off.
done. Yeah.
So what is this work you do? What do you do for work, my guy?
So right now I guess I'm the general manager partner of the Nona Slice House. I think you can see it on my hat for the
Check
camera.
it out. Check it out,
Right
guys.
there.
Check it out. It's over there.
Yeah, right
All
there.
right.
We're located in Safety Harbor off of 10th and Main.
Oh, nice.
Kind of serendipitously how I got this position. My boss, when I was working with Grimaldi's,
Oh yeah.
his position got, what's the word for it? It just disappeared. They just dissolved his job.
They minimized.
Yeah, and I was like, that's kind of stupid because he was important. But anyways, they dissolved his position, and I was moving back home from Destin, Florida.
Destin.
Yeah,
Is that East Coast?
no, that's like the Panhandle. It's in what I like
That's
to
the
call
spring
LA.
break capital of the country.
Yes, dude,
Yes,
that
sir.
place is dangerous, bro.
It's
Dangerous.
the spring break capital of the country.
Spring
Destin,
break.
Florida.
Oh.
Yeah. The population goes from like 10,000 people to trafficking like 250,000 every day.
It must be pretty there. Then everyone gonna go there and party. Good beaches, right?
Bro, it's,
Yeah.
boy. I mean, it's pretty, but it's like everybody's on 10 all the time. So like,
Yeah.
it's very easy to get like become a cog in the machine.
Yeah,
for sure.
to
Like you get off work and you're like, I want to go to the bar, have a beer, you know, get a bite, go home, go to bed. And the next thing you know, it's 3 a.m. and you're in some dude's house and you're like, how did I get here? And why am I trading ecstasy for like a keyboard? You're like,
What?
No, I swear to God, one time I
crazy.
traded ecstasy. I hope my mom doesn't watch this. One time I traded ecstasy for a violin. Yeah, for a violin.
Yeah.
What was the ecstasy or the violin yours? Which one did you end up with?
I got the violin, so I
Okay,
feel like I came out on top. Like I haven't played it since I got it, but I got it. It's out of tune.
Now, if I remember correctly, we did go to high school together. Just so y'all know, if I do remember correctly, you were in orchestra, correct?
No, that was a middle school. I played.
Middle school.
I played the violin.
Violin. Okay. You just
And-
wanted that spark again, or what made you want to get a violin?
I was high on drugs.
Oh man.
I'm gonna be honest. Like,
Fuck with the honesty.
you just like, why would you do that? Why? I don't know.
I'm gonna guess that your time in Destin has to do with how you went, why you went sober.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. There was a very long stretch of just extending myself with fun, or not. I wouldn't say fun because I can have fun now,
Yeah.
but with just like recreational use of and experimentation and overindulgence of things that are supposed to be minimal in most people's lives.
For sure.
And it got out of hand.
Well, all I gotta say is at least you caught it. You know what I'm saying? Some people
Yeah.
don't catch it and then just get deeper and deeper and deeper and go into the deep, murky pits of fucking,
Yeah, and
Were you working at a restaurant over in Destin?
yeah. I was working for Grimaldi's. I was
in Destin too.
yeah, I
okay.
was like 5 years in.
Yeah.
And that's actually, so my boss at the time, his position got dissolved. My ex and I had just split up and I was like, this place sucks. Like it's literally just partying all the time. I'm like, I see myself in a casket. Like if I stay here, to be totally honest.
Wow.
And I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. But I called my mom and I was like, listen, I'm moving back. I'm coming back to Tampa. She's like, okay, sweetie, I love you. You know, the door's always open, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
And that's how she sounds. That's exactly how she sounds. And then I moved back in, and my friend Jamie, he calls me and he goes, "Hey, I'm opening up a restaurant. You want to join?" And I was like, "Sure." I mean, I'm unemployed. I'm living at my parents' house and I'm 24, so
What the hell?
I should probably do something.
That's a hell of a call.
Yeah, I should probably do something. And then every day when I moved back, and from like January 4th all the way up until I think March 13th, March 17th, every day we just woke up at 9 a.m., got in our cars, drove all the way from North Pinellas, all the way down to the tip of Pinellas, all the way into Tampa, Hillsborough County area, and just searched for a location every single day. And then we finally stumbled upon where we're at now, and things kind of just took off, turned it around in 17 days. We looked at each other. We were like, bro, we're running out of money. Like, we got to stop slapping paint on shit, and we got to start building a menu.
Yeah.
Built a menu, rolled it out to all our employees that we had, which I think was something like 17 or 19 employees. And we were just scraping by every day, just trying to get by, chugging along. Like, oh God, when is the brutality end?
Yeah.
You know? And then next thing you know, we just blew up, and we've just been pumping out crazy numbers since. And I mean, it's a good problem to have, as a lot of people that walk through those doors tell me. But it gets
insane. Overwhelming, I'm sure.
Overwhelming is yeah.
Out of all the people your friend knew, why do you think it was you that he called that day?
Well, I don't know. I worked with him for a long time. He basically, with the exception of Chef Rick from high school,
Shout out Chef.
and shout out Chef, yeah. With the exception of Chef Rick from high school, that's the guy who I went to for work. Like, I worked with him. I opened up 13 restaurants with him prior.
Wow.
So I was with him a long time. You know, I was basically being groomed for this position unknowingly, and
Interesting.
yeah, and I just so happened to live in that Tampa area, Florida area that he was living in. And then when he called me, I was like, sure, why not? I mean, I ain't got anything else to do. And then
Little did you know
little did I know, man.
that now you would have nothing else to do.
I've run out of things.
So what would you say contributed to this explosion or boom? It was like social media? Just what do you think it was?
It just really compiles, to be honest. But I think the biggest thing was our handling of what happened with COVID. Or I guess it's still going on. I don't understand.
Shout out Omicron, whatever that shit is.
No, do not shout out any strains. That is bad. That thing gets too much attention.
So
Like,
what do you mean? How did you guys handle it?
we basically just shut everything down immediately, because the governor was flipping back and forth, and then CDC and everything was just like flipping back and forth. So every single day at 3:00, we're just staring at the TV, like, what is the governor going to do today? What's going to happen today? Can we do takeout? Is dine-in still available? Can we do this? Can we do that? Like, just trying to figure out exactly what we were permitted to do based off what the government's saying.
How long had you guys been open? When was it that you were established? I guess let's get
We opened, I think it was April 19th of 2019.
Okay,
and then
so you had almost a year.
Yeah, almost a year, which is like the toughest
Right,
part.
the first year is the hardest,
and then the second year, 50% fail. And, we're going into our second year like, oh, dude, what's happening? And we barely even made it through the first, like.
Crazy.
And
so how long were you guys in that waiting period with the store shut down at the beginning?
So we had 2 employees catch COVID. My ex-girlfriend and one of my friends, they both caught COVID. And then we were like, well, we don't really even know what this is. There's no information on it. It was like brand new. Brand new. It's 2 years later, and everybody's like,
everyone's experts now.
Yeah, everybody knows everything about it. It was brand new, and so we were like, we don't know like what this is going to do to people, so we just shut down for 12 days.
Damn.
And in fact, during that time frame, we had just installed AC into the kitchen, so we went like a whole year with no AC in the kitchen, and it was just hot, like 120 in the kitchen every single day. It's like you're in the Sahara. And then we installed the AC units. Those were like $35,000 maybe. Oof. And we were closed for 12 days. So it was like a $55,000 swing that we lost out on. And then we kind of just reopened, and when we reopened, we did contactless to-goes. And I mean, the people that come in, they just liked how we handled it. They like who we are. And that's one big thing too. They like who we are. Like, I'm authentic. The way that I speak here, the way that I talk to people, the truth that I say to people, or how I feel, what I picture my reality, is what I say to people at work. It's how I speak to the guests. Like I don't walk up there and I'm like, oh guys, how is everything? Oh, we're so happy to have you. It's like, oh my gosh,
like
I'm not,
Patrick and SpongeBob, I love you.
yeah. I ain't kissing no
take
feet.
your hat, sir.
Yeah, I'm just me. Like I'm authentic with all the people that I come across, and I think that's what they like, is that everybody is authentic. Everybody is who they really are. Like we don't like play that game.
What's the restaurant layout like?
So I think it's about 3,500 square feet. It's all outdoor dining, so
Nice,
an
I love
outdoor
outdoor
patio.
dining.
Yeah, it's super nice, and like this time frame. And except for one of the Floridians are like, oh, it's so cold. I'm like, bro, it's like 65 degrees
Put a hoodie
outside.
on, bro.
What are you talking about? Like, so we spent like $3,000 on heaters just to suffice those like four
Thank
old
you.
people that walk in. Yeah, the 4 old people that walk in that are like, I'm wearing 6 sweaters and I'm still cold. Can you turn up the heat? And we're like, dude, we're outside, bro. What are you talking about?
So I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. You said that you were waking up at 9 a.m. every day, going out, looking for a
Yep.
location. With this location that you found, was it like already like a kitchen style, pizza style place, and you guys kind of just redid it, or what was the?
So it was I'm not gonna say the name of the restaurant, and if I do, please bleep it out if I slip up.
Yeah.
It was a failing Italian restaurant prior to us. I guess this dude moved down from somewhere and thought that his restaurant was great where he was living before, and he tried to open up there, but it was not working out. But I mean, it was a functioning restaurant, 20 feet of hood, which is one of the most expensive purchases you'll make in a restaurant. I mean, foot by foot typically runs about $1,500.
What does that mean?
Yeah, what
20
is
feet of
hood? What is hood?
Hood is the ventilation system that's required to pull exhaust out. So, like, if you have a grill or anything that's gas powered, you have to have a hood that pulls all the fumes out, basically.
Gotcha.
And so it has 20 feet of hood, which means you can fit
A bunch of stoves and cooking equipment.
stoves, grills, ovens, whatever you want that needs a hood underneath
Okay.
there. And it had a walk-in refrigerator, walk-in freezer, which we converted into a refrigerator because we just ran out of space. But it was super dingy, and really, it's like it's just not well taken care of. Like the actual quality of the building is just old. It's just old. It's just an old building that used to be a house. It was a house and then like a veterinarian's office for like 20 years.
Damn. So
And then
it's
somebody turned it into a restaurant.
slapped around a little bit.
Yeah, it's
Passed around a little bit.
it's
A little
been-
dirty girl.
been through it. Been
So
through it
what
for
part
sure.
of town is that in Safety Harbor?
It's like right downtown. So if you're coming from McMullen, it's the first stop sign on the left. And if you're coming from Bayshore, which would be like close to the water down near the spa, which most people are familiar with, they know like that as a landmark. If you're coming from there, then it's the last stop sign on the right.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's like you can't miss it. And to be honest, I think we've become an anchor for like that end area of Safety Harbor because it kind of just drops off right after the train tracks. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Safety Harbor,
No,
but
Not really at all.
it's like wealthy.
Yeah, that's what
Older
that was my next
people.
question. Like, what is the demographic of your
I
customers?
feel like it's kind of like Dunedin.
It's like
It gives
Dunedin
me
but
Dunedin
older.
vibes. I've been through there, but I couldn't tell you what it's any area or nothing like
It's
that.
Dunedin but older. You got like the super like left, and then you got like the super right, and they're both old, and they both want to do something different with the city. And you're just like, bro, I'm just trying to make pizzas.
Pizza.
all these political questions you asking me. Just let me make my pizza.
Yeah, they're like, oh, the COVID, blah, blah, blah. I hate it. This, it's Joe Byron. And I'm like, dude, like
Joe Byron.
I hear you. I see you. But do you want a small or a large? Like,
cheese or no cheese?
yeah,
gang?
you want
Food is
pepperoni?
apolitical.
Yeah, it really is, man. It really is. But like I said, bro, like these people want to come in and say some crazy shit and do some crazy things, and I'm just like, wow, your family probably fucking hates you. Like your family probably can't stand you, bro. You're doing and saying crazy shit. Like we've had some wild guests come in. In fact, last week I think it was this guy. Was it last week? Maybe it was a week prior. This guy came in, and we're on a wait. We're on a wait every single night. Our wait every night, doesn't matter. Every day is a Friday. Like I like to tell people who are like, "Oh, you're so busy. It's a Wednesday. I didn't think it was gonna be busy." And I just look at them like, "Every day is a Friday.
Every
like,
day.
yeah,
Every day, bro.
When you're the best pizza
Yeah.
around.
yeah, every single day is a Friday. Doesn't matter." And this guy came in. He goes, "I've been waiting 20 minutes for a table. Mind you, it's a Saturday night."
Mm.
Saturday.
Sounds about right?
Saturday
20 minutes?
night. 20 minutes ain't nothing.
Yeah.
Like Saturday night, hour wait once again.
Yeah.
Just like every other day. And he goes, it's just me and my two kids. I'm like, my two kids and I, but we'll get past that. And he's like, it's just me and my two kids. And I saw that there was somebody seated over there. I want to sit down. I want to sit over there. I said, okay. I just walked up to the host stand, so I'm trying to figure everything out. I go, okay, give me one moment, sir. I walk over to the hostess and I'm like, hey, what's going on? Where are we at? This, that, and another. Can we see him there? And they're like, well, it's an 8 top. I don't want to sit 3 people at an 8 top just in case a big party comes in.
Definitely.
Because you know how that works. You know,
Problems.
it's Christmas time, big parties all the time,
Yeah.
forever.
For sure.
And he was like, and so I'm like, sir, just so you know, like, we don't want to seat you there because that's an 8 top and you have 3 people. I was like, we do have another seat ready for you. It's a 4 top, which will seat 3 people much.
Some real like a
Much
courtesy.
better. Yeah.
And that same guy might tip only like real small. Like
For
you
real.
realize
No.
I lost out on 8 people's worth of business.
We didn't even give him the opportunity to tip because he goes, I don't care. I've been here for 20 minutes. I'm going to spend, he starts pointing at some table and he goes, I'm going to spend more money than them. And I'm like, bro, it's
Oh
like
my
you and
God,
two, it's like you
asshole.
and 2 kids. And that's like a 6 top of like grown ass people. Like,
Yeah.
no, in my mind, I'm like, no, you're not. Anyways, I let him keep on ranting and he goes, why the hell is everybody such a pain in the ass around here? And I looked at him and I said, sir, I don't appreciate how you're speaking to me. Would you like a seat or not? Or no, he said, he said, why is everybody such a pain in the ass around here? And then I said, sir, I don't like the way you're speaking to me. He goes, well, I don't care. He goes,
Asshole.
I'm the customer. And I said, and what does that mean? I gave him a moment to backtrack when I said, I don't like the way you're speaking to me. He said, I'm the customer. Said, and then so I baited his ass. I was like, I'm going to get him. He goes, I'm the customer. Said, and what does that mean? He goes, it means I'm always right. And I said, no, it doesn't. And you can leave. I looked over at the hostesses. I said, do not seat this man. And then I walked away.
I mean, they probably didn't know that that you own the bitch. What I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
was like, bro, just be courteous, bro. Like, you gotta act like this in front of your kids. Like,
I
this is
know,
what
I
your
know.
kids think is
They're
acceptable.
They're gonna do the same thing if
This
they
is-
keep seeing him do that.
Yeah, but I mean, I shut that shit down.
That's
Hell
what
yeah.
you gotta do, man. You gotta bite
Social
that shit in the ass,
sanctions.
dude. Social
Yeah.
sanctions, dog.
Social just like tar and feather them in the streets, bro.
Exactly.
Just get them right in the middle of the streets.
Yo, so what's the menu like?
So the menu, it's not like how you would go up the street and you get like pepperoni and mushrooms or like something kind of. I wish I brought menus with me so you guys
Shut
could
up,
look at
shut
them.
up,
So you
bro,
guys
man.
could look at them. I got them online if you want to check them out online.
Yeah, pull it up, Derek.
Go for it. Just talk about some of the favorites that you got on there.
Oh,
Like,
dude.
why is it different? What do you mean? You can't just get a regular topping pizza? What are you saying?
I mean, you can, but like, where's the fun in that? Where's the fun in just getting pepperoni and mushroom? It's like,
right, you can go anywhere and get that.
You can go
to
anywhere,
Domino's
yeah,
and Pizza Hut
exactly.
for
Yeah,
that.
some
if you
cheese pizza.
complain enough, you could probably get that at a sushi restaurant. Like, but
You can make a pizza back there. for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. They don't sell burgers, but if you make a scene, they'll make them for you. So, I mean, we like to have like really a lot of fun with what we do. We have over 300 different pizzas that we've made.
Holy
We have
moly.
a whole spreadsheet of all the slices that we've offered. Every day we offer a cheese and a pepperoni, obviously, to satisfy the people who are just like straight up normal.
So y'all do by the slice.
Yeah, we do 4 slices every day.
Okay.
We do cheese, pepperoni, and then a meat and a veggie.
Hmm.
Every day, the meat and veggie rotate. So it's like whatever we want to make, or if we have a product that this is the joy of a pizzeria that runs slices. If you have a product that you know is going to expire soon, you can be like, "Oh, bro, like the spinach is going to start wilting tomorrow. I can tell. I pulled out one piece of spinach that was looking kind of
Ranky.
kind of wonky. So put spinach on it. And it's like, okay, I guess we're putting spinach on it. Or I guess we're
Some
making
specials.
yeah, some spinach Alfredo or some spinach cream sauce or something.
Yeah,
I guess
hell
we're
yeah.
just going to do something different. But what I really like about the menu, to be honest with you, is that it's 3 different styles of pizza. So it's your typical New York style that you would get anywhere with sauce and cheese on top. And then you have your build your own, of course, in the old world style, which is going to be a fresh mozzarella, an imported San Marzano tomato sauce.
Ooh.
Imported, you said?
Yeah,
Very
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Ooh.
It's got the DOP certification.
No.
DOP. people.
I don't know, like, yeah, I don't know the words. It's all Italian, but it's good stuff. It's good stuff.
The building looks great. The
Yeah,
bar
we're
looks
we're
great.
looking at all the pictures.
Yeah,
It looks real homey
It is. It's very nice. It's
and open.
but it's like it's a zoo in there, man.
I bet all the pictures, like, it's Full of people.
Full of people, bro. Even whenever we're not open, I was there today at a meeting because my doctor's appointment got canceled. By the way, why would you do that to me, Advent Health?
No.
But I was there today, and like 4 or 5 people came up walking. Well, you guys open? You guys open? We're like, nah, man. This is our time for our peace of mind.
Yes.
Like, it ain't worth it for us to sell 5 slices, be open for lunch, be there for 1,000 hours every week, you know. And I'm sorry, back to the menu. So it's the old world style fresh mozzarella, imported San Marzano tomato sauce, finished with basil and extra virgin olive oil.
Love those.
And then what we have, that's really good. It's kind of like the coal fired esque.
Right.
So it's like really thin and crispy all the way through. It's a delicious pie. Actually, with that style, I won second in the Southeast with the El Diablo Pizza.
Oh man,
yeah, delicious.
Ooh, tell us about this El Diablo Pizza.
It's a spicy sopressata, imported African red pepperdew pepper, so it's sweet and hot.
Red pepper do pepper.
And red pepperdew pepper, baby. Yeah, let's get them.
Shout out to Pepperdews.
They're good, man. But they are expensive, bro. They are super expensive. 2 like number 10 cans, like $56.
Dang.
Yeah,
Damn.
they're pricey, but they're worth it. They're worth it. So order that whenever you go there. And then it has a Polio New York style pipe ricotta, which is not a product you can get in stores. You can only get it from wholesale.
Oh,
it's much better. It's like the best ricotta on the market.
Is it a cheese or something?
Yeah, it's like a ricotta cheese. So it's like, you know how some ricotta is kind of gritty? Like it's not like, this is like firm and it holds up, but it's soft and a little sweet. So it's like perfect for making cannoli cream. It's so good. And so since we pipe it with a piping bag, whenever you put it in the oven and you pull it out, it has like these nice little caramelizations on top.
Oh, nice.
So good. So good. And that has a San Marzano tomato sauce on top with olive oil, of course, our shake that we put on there, which is just a blend of Parmesan and oregano, hot red chili flakes. And then whenever it comes out, we actually have a local vendor called the Honey Couple, and they make hot honey, which is fucking amazing. Yeah. Shout out to Carly and Derek and Robert. Shout out to you guys.
I need to slide out of this pizza place, bro.
Dude, it's fire.
Sounds delicious, dog.
You know who was there last night? Was Josh
Brignoni?
Yeah,
What?
I don't know how to say his last name, so I didn't say. Is it Brignoni?
Brignoni.
Brignoni?
Yeah. Who was? Did he came to see you, or he was just there?
Yeah, no, he came to see me. I guess
okay.
I didn't. I just saw he walked in and he was like, Joey, and I was like, dude, you're here. I was like, I didn't even know. I haven't moved from the line in like 9 hours. Like I was just
It
in
seems
one
like
spot.
you're always right there. Like just you're like really present in the restaurant. A lot of places aren't like that.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta be, bro. It's like, cause like once you put one fire out, bro,
There's another one.
there's another fire. There's another fire to put out, bro. At the end of the day, I always tell people, man, I'm covered in ashes.
Where does the name of your restaurant come from? Nona.
The Nona Slice House. So it's actually based off of Jamie's kids, Noah and Naomi. So Nona.
Interesting.
A lot of people think that it's grandma in Italian. It's
It
kinda,
sounds like the Italian word. Yeah.
it's a double entendre, but it's not what we were trying to get everybody to go for the Nona and say the Nona, but so many people say Nonas, and I'm like, bro, you're saying it wrong.
Sometimes you just gotta go with whatever the
If
the people.
If the populace picks it up, then like, I mean, you're spending so much money there, you can call it whatever the hell you want. I don't really care. Like a lot of people come in there and are like, I love Nonas, and in my head, I'm just cringing.
It's like,
But-
bro, chill.
Yeah, chill. I can't tell like the old lady to chill when she just dropped like $200
Oh,
on
yeah,
pizza,
no,
bro.
I
I'm
know.
Just
like,
say it in your mind. Just pizza. I love Nona's pizza.
pizza.
Just say it in your mind. So
It's like pizza, and I'm like the dub is there
Yes, there you
dubbing
go.
pizza over the top of it. All right, let me get to the best pizza that we have.
Yeah, let's hear it.
yes. Sir.
Okay, so this probably accounts for like, I'd probably say like 45% of all of our like pizza sales. It was a work in progress when we first started. It's called the Detroit style pizza. Are you guys familiar with it?
Detroit is it
no.
like a thicker crust?
That's what I
Yeah,
imagine.
it's a pan
Yeah.
pizza.
Yeah.
So we got all these Lloyd pans. We purchased a butt ton of them. We got like $2,000 worth of like Lloyd pan inventory
Mhm.
that we had to purchase, but just for these because they're so popular.
Yeah.
So it's actually a 50-pound batch of dough. Obviously, I'll go through the making of it and then I'll describe the actual pizza.
Yeah.
It's a 50-pound batch of dough. It's about 65% hydration, and we do a 24-hour bulk fermentation process on it. So we split it up in 3, put them in deep dough boxes, put it in the cooler as a cold ferment,
Yeah.
pull them out, pan them up, roll them into loaves, lather them in a little bit of olive oil, put them back in the walk-in. Now we're at 48 hours. Pull them back out the next day, press them out,
A lot of
so
work.
that they make this shit. Oh, dude, it's extremely laborious. It's super labor intensive, but it's totally worth it.
Delicious.
It's
Nice.
totally worth it. Press them out, and depending on our volume, what we have available that day, we'll either put them back in the walk-in or we'll cook them off like 8 to 10 hours later. So we're sitting at around 72 hours of fermentation on it.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then after they bake in the oven at a par bake at like 550 for like 7 or 8 minutes, pull them out, put them on screens, let them cool, wrap them in saran wrap, freeze them. Yeah, dude, I'm saying, bro, it's a lot of shit.
This pizza better be fire, dude.
It is fire. I wish I had it, man. I wish I had it. I've been on this side the whole day, so it wouldn't have been that good. Wrap it and then freeze it to extract all the extra moisture out of it.
Okay.
And then once we freeze them, take them out the next day, unfold them, like unwrap them, and then we do a Wisconsin brick cheddar cheese crust around the edges of the pan, a little bit of olive oil on the bottom, drop the dough in there, the par baked dough, put cheese on it, and our like biggest seller would be the Death by Pepperoni. So it's a grande pepperoni, like a sandwich pepperoni. It's going to be your regular pepperoni that you get on like any slice
little
ever.
shorter.
Yeah,
Dollar size, silver dollar size.
little, $50, silver dollar size type pepperoni, and then 2 stripes of provolone, and then a blend of 2 different types of cup and char pepperoni. So a margarita and a Hormel cup and char pepperoni. It is so fire. And then we bake that. I think it's like 7.5 minutes on either side in the pan, and then depan them, cut them, put them on a screen. 2 stripes of marinara right on top, a little bit of Parmesan. Bellissima.
So if I'm listening correctly, this Detroit pizza sounds like you have crust on both sides,
So
top and bottom.
rephrase that question.
Because you said that you cook it on both sides for whatever how many minutes.
Oh, I'm sorry, but like we turn it. I'm sorry, I should have
okay.
said
I thought you
turn,
meant
yeah.
like you flip it like
No,
that.
no, it's
okay.
so we cook it like on, so one side is facing the wall, and then we turn it so the other side's facing the wall.
Okay.
So it gets an even bake all the way through.
Gotcha. I was like, damn, you flipping pizzas upside down and cooking them. So do you guys like market as a New York style pizza or just like a pizzeria?
We don't market at all.
No.
We don't do any. We have one ad that we do, and that's in creative loafing that we do like once a quarter, and I think it runs like $200. But that's the only marketing that we've ever done. Everything else is just social media blasts. Every single day we post our slices. If we're going out on our so we do group vacations. So like every year we all go out on vacation together. Like last year we all went to Las Vegas. The year before that we all went to New Orleans for Mardi Gras. In between those two, we were actually so sick and tired of what was happening in the world because we were all just like exhausted from all this crazy information we were being fed about COVID and about what's going on. We were like, screw this, we're shutting down for 3 days, and then we all just went to Crystal River for 3 days, and we we like to do a lot of fun stuff, but at the end of the day, it's like this business is not for the faint-hearted. Like this is stressful.
60 hours, 70 hours weeks?
60 hours around there.
That's busting your ass, people. That's what you call that.
That's easy money, baby. I hope my friends are watching because they know the term easy money. I say it at the end of every shift.
Easy money, baby.
Even whenever I get my ass kicked, I just say easy money. They're practically giving it away. They are not, though. It is very intense.
So would you say that, you could see yourself franchising this place, or are you just going to stick to just one, little spot in Safety Harbor there?
Definitely no franchise. I feel like with the model of a franchise, you start to lose what it is, really. You start to...
I guess I shouldn't say
reach too
franchise.
far.
Just open more,
Yeah.
open another one.
Yeah, we're definitely looking at maybe 5 locations
Okay.
in total. We want to do, obviously, the one that we have here. We might do like a little Delco somewhere in the Tampa Bay area because I feel like we already have our name out there enough. Like, I've had people drive from Orlando just to get our food. I've had people drive from Fort Myers to get our food. And I'm like, bro, I would never drive that far for anything.
I was going to ask
pizza.
you, there's not a whole lot of places that are dedicated to just pizza gourmet at that level.
No, there's not.
And even as a thing itself that is kind of new in the world of food, like gourmet pizza is, a lot of people in the past wouldn't have said that was a thing. People wouldn't have paid for that.
Specifically in this area, I think. You know,
Around
like
here,
you go to like New York, or you go, obviously that's like the origin of American pizza.
Yeah.
You go there, I mean,
you're
gonna
expensive
find
anything in those cities.
you can find good anything there, but you
Right.
can also find terrible. You
Right.
know, just because they're the king, that means there's a bunch of jesters and jokers walking
For
around
sure.
But
selling
down
the same
here,
shit. You
fakes.
know, down here it's like it's just not really that common. You know, I mean,
Competitive.
there's I mean, well, we put 4 pizzerias out of business within like 2.5 miles of us since we opened.
Shit, boy.
Yeah, all of them franchises too.
Damn.
Or not franchise. What, all of them corporate
like,
pizzeria? Is that the word I'm
Papa
looking for?
John's,
Yeah.
Pizza
Yeah.
Hut.
Yeah,
Chains,
stuff like that.
chains.
Chains. Yeah, we put. You know, we
Good. Taking it back.
yeah, bringing it back to the people, bro.
Exactly.
Real recognize real.
I mean, you know, bro, but I mean, myself and not you guys, not obviously not we, but Jamie, Dustin, not necessarily Jack, but myself. I mean, we've all done corporate restaurant where it's like, you know,
You said you opened 13 places. So.
yeah. So I've done my fair share of working for corporate Grimaldi's or corporate whatever. Like I've done my fair share of doing
Opening
that.
anything. Opening is a freaking. When a restaurant opens, it's a bloodbath.
It's my favorite part. It really is my favorite part because I go in there and I just raise hell for 2 weeks and then I leave
Yeah.
because I'm like, that's not how it's supposed to be done. Do it again. That's not how it's supposed to be done. Do it again. That's not how. And then finally they either get it or they quit. Like that's.
Yeah.
But like the reality is, like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, is like you got to be strong. Like you got to be tough. You got to be strong. You got to be able to handle the pressure of what's going on around you, and that pressure is real because it ain't gonna be me saying it. It's gonna be some guest that was sitting at table 15 that's pissed off that their pizza isn't right, and I'm gonna be like, bro, I trained you how to do it. I told you how to read a ticket. Told you how to work this 9-foot oven. Like I taught you how to do all this shit. It's up to you to pick it up. Like. You know,
take some pride in your work, boy.
Yeah, for real. Doesn't matter. There's a saying that Jamie's dad used to say. It doesn't matter if you're shoveling shit. Be the best shit shoveler there is.
Yes,
you know.
Sir.
It doesn't matter what you're doing. Be the best at it you can possibly be.
Because that's how you got to this position, right? I mean, you didn't know that your friend was going to be watching you this entire time and remember, like, oh, who am I going to look for? This guy who busted his ass this whole time.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even think anything of it.
Right, you were just doing your thing.
Yeah, I was just
vibing.
That's why
working my ass off.
Like, do your thing. People are looking. Everyone's always watching more than ever. Everyone can always see what you're doing.
Oh, of course.
So, like I said, we went to high school with Joey. We were also, me and Joey were in the same culinary class for 3 years.
Yeah.
I remember specifically, you were always on the oven for the pizzas. So I could definitely see how that, kind of, pushed you in that direction because you was doing your thing back there. Me and Jesse would be there, dressing the bitches.
Dressing the bitches.
We slide it over to fucking Joey, slapped that bitch in the oven. Nobody would touch that oven when Joey was back there, bro.
Yeah. I mean,
nobody.
It was a good time, man. That's kind of where it all started, to be honest, because I think it was because I knew I could get out of class if I just told people I was going to Chef's.
Yeah, we're cooking pizza for Chef. We gotta get out of here.
We got the Italian event that we got to do this week. We're doing like 2,000 cookies, or like we're doing Italian sausage, or we're doing some shit. And it's like, if you just said I'm going to Chef's, like after you finish your work, half the time they wouldn't even bother.
Chef was like
golden ticket.
Yeah, bro, he was. He was.
See, guys,
you're late to class. Go to Chef, get a late tardy pass. All right, we good.
Yeah, and that's like the strongest man I ever met in my whole life. The dude had a heart attack at work.
Yeah,
and didn't even know it. I was like how
have you kept in touch with him?
He came in when we first opened, and I actually, oddly enough, I saw him at a Lightning game. Like a year and a half ago. I don't know if he remembers it. He might have been drunk, maybe not. I don't know. But I think he's living life, man. I think he's enjoying what he's doing.
He always seemed to be a life liver.
Yeah, definitely, man. Especially the stories that he told me of when he was younger, doing crazy stuff, man.
I didn't get no stories like that.
You didn't get any stories?
I didn't get any stories.
Chefs tend to be lively, I think. I mean, there's probably something to that. Food is at the heart of life, and if you're making the food, well, you're probably at the heart of something more than just food.
Yeah, they definitely know how to party. I'll tell you that. Yeah. They know how to have a good time.
That's why I said earlier when you were sober, it seemed like such a contradiction because I feel like a lot of people in the food industry are pretty heavy into the partying.
Yeah, bro. It's just it doesn't go with my lifestyle. Like, drinking and smoking. I mean, I haven't smoked weed in probably year and a half, maybe. I haven't drank since I left Vegas, which was like 4 months ago, and then prior to that was when I went to New Orleans to look at a location, which was like 3 months before that. But like, I mean, I drank there. I drank before. I don't really have a destination for like me not drinking. I don't really have like a purpose. I just feel clear. I already struggle with getting out of bed in the morning because I work so much, and I struggle with turning off the switch in my head.
Yeah, right.
That like the last thing I want to do is wake up and I'm like groggy from the day before when I worked 12 hours and I'm hungover.
Yeah,
there's no way. There's no way I'd be able to make it.
I mean, we getting old too, bro. Like I gotta go work at like 8 o'clock in the morning, 8:30. If I drink that night before, bro, it's so
you out for 3 days
to work out. Yeah, to wake up. It's so hard, man. And you get to work, you're lethargic, you're tired. You're not the most personable. So, I mean, it's tough as you get older. It's hard to go out and party and still like have that quality of work the next day.
Yeah. And I mean, what we actually did though, since I don't drink, and after we break like sales records or whatever, everybody will be like, let's have a shot of Fireball. That seems to be the drink of choice for everybody in the restaurant. And I'll be like, nah, I'm good. So eventually we got non-alcoholic beers.
Oh,
so now I drink Bush NAs.
Nice, bro.
Well, everybody, they buy a round of PBRs for the kitchen. It's actually on our menu. Buy a round of PBRs for the kitchen, $10.
Nice.
Which is great because a lot of people love PBRs and they're dirt fucking cheap.
That's a tip. How do you tip the kitchen? Now you can.
The kitchen gets tipped out at the end of the night.
Okay.
Our staff is paid very, very handsomely.
Bro, I've worked
as a customer.
Yeah.
Like if I want to tip, the chefs, well, there you go.
Yeah. A round of PBRs. Yeah. And they'll drink them and I'll be like, yo, somebody give me a Bush NA. Reminds me of when I was 15. They're always a little warm for some reason, even though they're sitting in a 42-degree cooler. Always a little warm, And I'm like.
It's kind of like Hawaiian Punch for some reason. I feel like Hawaiian Punch, no matter how much ice you put in there, it don't get cold.
Tampico, bro. You ever had Tampico?
These weird non-cold drinks.
Tampico.
It's like the more ice you put in there, the warmer it is.
What the hell is going on with these drinks?
Is that, bro? And then like the drink like slushies over the ice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it does. It crawls over the ice. It's alive.
Weird,
it's antifreeze. That's why. It's amazing.
Might as well be, dude.
I've been putting that in my Honda since 2020.
What kind of car are you? Honda what?
I still have the same car I had since I was 19, I think.
What is
the Honda Civic SI? 2009.
Nice.
Yeah, it's in good shape, bro. I mean, I bought it with like 23,000 miles on it in like 2012. 2000. We graduated 13, right?
13.
So in 2013, I bought it with 23,000 miles.
How much you pay for it?
15.
1,500?
No, 15,000.
Oh shit! I'm like, damn.
I know, bro. Like rebuilt title 4 times.
Oh yeah, that's probably
No, I got it for 15,000 and I paid it off. I put 5 down, paid it off in 5 years with like a $200 car payment for 5 years, and now it only has like 87,000 miles on it.
And I was gonna ask if you hit 100 yet.
Has the value appreciated a little bit?
I mean, cosmetically, there's some issues.
Yeah,
but. It's a Honda.
It's a Civic, bro. It's a Civic.
2009 SI.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it runs like a fucking dream for the. I hope this is wood. It runs like a dream, and I like it. I love it. To be honest with you, it's so much fun. It's like enjoyable to drive. It's kind of loud, like
6-speed.
Yeah, 6-speed manual transmission.
Hey.
So it's what I like, but I don't know. Sometimes I hanker for something new, bro. It's been like 9 years that I've had it, and I don't know.
Man, sell that thing, get a new car.
Nice.
Well, you can keep it, man.
Yeah, I want to turn into a project car, put like a turbo in it, and just fucking run around, just rice around in it, bro. And just have people sleep on me, and then I just hit them with the sleeper turbo, bro. I don't know.
Hit up my guy Alex Vicente, bro. He'll get you right.
Alex Vicente, really? Yeah.
He'll give you some advice.
That's the guy with he had a Miata, right?
He had a Miata.
He had a
FRS. He had he's been through a few things.
Alex, how do I know him?
He went to Siggles.
You went to Siggles?
He's married to Angela Costa.
Oh, she went to Siggles too.
She
We had the same class.
She was in culinary too.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's good times.
That was that culinary academy.
The academy, yes.
Because it was like how the academy
Don't demean me. You got to say academy.
It was like we had the same English class, all the same kids every year, and the same culinary class, all the same kids every year. So they were like putting together the English class and the culinary for whatever reason. I didn't understand why.
I don't know the English part. I didn't understand that. I'm not even sure if I passed English.
Because I remember we all had freshman year Miss Christensen, and we were all in Miss Nagy's class that freshman year.
That was. I feel bad for Miss. Shout out to Miss Nagy for putting up with everybody.
Nagy.
She was
a stone wall.
She was a saint.
She was. Give that someone a raise, bro. She deserves
Give her a medal.
A medal of honor, a Purple Heart.
She's done for this country. Is insane.
Wesley and Jesse Sands would terrorize her, bro. Terrorize her.
I know. I was there. I remember. You have some apologizing to do.
She sat us right next to each other like we wasn't best friends or something. It's like, what you thinking, girl? Like, that was a good time. That was a really good time.
It was. High school was an interesting dynamic, and I can only imagine it's even worse for kids now.
Yeah, especially during COVID, man. Them kids got to graduate, walk across the stage.
Social media, and bro, can you imagine if we had this type of platform that they have right now for like social media and oh god,
Instagram and all that stuff was just emerging, like launching when we first started getting that stuff.
It just alters the mind at at such different levels. It's like I can't get rid of my Instagram or my Facebook because of work, right? But like I don't want to be on it. I don't even have sorry that I never respond to you. I don't have my Messenger notifications on because the last thing I want to do is look at that. Yeah. If it's like a drug, bro. It's like, oh, you know, and and then you go on it and nobody messaged you or something. You're like, oh man, why nobody loves me? And you're like, that's not reality.
What I like to say, I've said this before on some shows. You got to be able to separate, reality from social media. Like if you can do that, I think you can have a healthy relationship with social media.
Yeah. It's hard, baby.
It really is. It is. I mean, you got them big booties bouncing and clapping on Instagram and, memes. It's hard not to look at.
Memes is a tough part. Memes are hard not to view. Memes and food. There's always food on my timeline.
I never thought about social media usage from the business perspective because when I get a dopamine dose or a like or a follow, what is really at stake there? Nothing. Maybe some social brownie points in my mind, if anything. But for you, some likes and follows means that, my business is getting some attention. So that's got to be like extra rewarding in your mind. I was speaking to somebody else who has a business, and a lot of their marketing is kind of just like that, just posting the product and letting it speak for itself on its own and be shared like that. And he spoke on that issue as well, just that level of addiction from social media, specifically surrounding his business.
Yeah, it could be easy to get wrapped up in it, but I mean, to be honest with you, we mostly put these posts out to inform the people that are already following us. We don't necessarily
it's kind of like a daily thing. You said 4 slices, so it's easy to post 4 pieces. Yeah, we just pizza right there.
Whatever the slices are, that's what we're doing. If we have our cheesecake, like if we're running a specialty cheesecake, we always have New York cheesecake,
nice
strawberry and blueberry as well.
It's a real pizza place.
Caramel candy pecan as well. But if we're doing like a specialty cheesecake, if Eduardo comes up with something awesome, then we'll post that and let everybody know that's cheesecake of the day too until we run out. But it's mostly just answering like really simply answered questions like, where are you located?
Do you use grass-fed cheeses?
And you're like, no,
that's rough,
dude. What?
Have people ever sent hate in there? Pizza hate?
No, not that I know of. Some people will come, like they'll like email us or like message us on like Instagram or Facebook and like complain about whatever food they had, and we'll resolve it. I mean, we absolutely want to make sure that we're putting out the highest quality thing. Of course. And I always ask them, to be honest, I say, can you send me a picture of it?
Nice.
Because I want to see what it looks like. I want my cooks, I want the people that I'm working with to see what we just put out, what we thought was acceptable to sell. And if it was acceptable to sell, then I'm gonna be like, that's how we make it. But if it wasn't, then I'm gonna be like, thank you for this information. What's your name? What's your phone number so I can credit your account or so I can void your payment? Because I don't want this. This isn't who we are.
Yeah.
If the customer is correct, then I give them, yes, they are correct, and I will absolutely solve the problem. The customer is wrong, and that's how we do it, and they just don't understand that's how we do it. Like we do baked wings. They're baked, and then we grill them.
Okay.
And somebody was like, they're burnt. And I'm like, no,
Char marks, grill marks.
they're grilled
Yeah.
on an open fire. Like, that's not burn. Have you ever had anything grilled before? They're like, but this isn't how we get it. And I'm like, but this is how you get it. You've never got it fried here. Like, no, last time I was here, it was fried. And I was like,
No, ma'am.
no, you were somewhere else. You were somewhere else. Like, you can't tell us that's like how we do. That's not how we do it.
Maybe it was so good it tastes like a fried chicken wing, bro.
I love it, dude. I love grilled wings, bro. I don't eat fried foods. Like, I don't really eat like any oils other than olive oil, avocado oil. Don't really even do coconut oil, to be honest. I should. Probably it's good for the skin. Maybe, yeah. I don't have enough information on that. I'm pretty sure it's good for you, but I don't eat anything fried. We got rid of the fryer the first day. We saw it. We saw how dirty it made the restaurant.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I don't want to change the fryer oil.
Yeah,
and if I don't want to do it, I'm not going to make my employees do it.
Hell yeah.
Like, I'm not going to make them do the shit that I don't want to do because, like, I already do the shit I don't want to do.
Makes it more grimy.
Yeah, it makes everything. It just gives
makes
up
everything
and-
smell.
a film, just a whole
everything gets
film of
grease layer over it.
Yeah.
everything around it.
Even on your glasses, man.
Oh, dude, and if you work the frying, oh god, you work the frying station for one night, you get out, oh, dude, you stink. You smell terrible,
Yeah.
and that's just like the worst station in the world. Everybody knows it. Nobody wants to work it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to work it.
No, hell no.
Fuck that.
Bro,
Throw it away.
that's cool how you guys tip out your kitchen guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I've worked in a handful of restaurants and I've never ever seen that in my life ever.
Yeah, so the kitchen gets tipped out every night. In fact, I'm kind of experimenting with a new way of tipping them out. Like, if they're late, they don't get tipped out. But I haven't done that yet. I was thinking about implementing it. I have a manager meeting this Thursday that I'm going to talk with, the whole.
Not tipped out, period. Just for 15 minutes. Why don't you do it on like a percentage basis? Like, okay, 15 minutes was this percentage of the shift. You miss out on this percentage
Because
of the tips.
in my opinion, it's like, if you're there from like 11 to 9, you still get the same amount as a dude who was there from 4 to 9.
Exactly.
But like, if you don't show up on time, it's like, why should I tip you out?
Okay.
I kind of just, dude, they get tipped out and they get like $15. Like, could you imagine like making $15 an hour, and then at the end of your shift, like, you get $15 on top of that
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
for just making pizzas?
Yeah.
It's like, bro,
Easy money.
damn, easy money, baby.
Easy money, bro.
It's like they're fucking giving it away. But it's like you're making, it's like you worked a whole another hour. It's insane.
Yeah.
I've never been in a kitchen, a restaurant where you tip out the cooks. You know, sometimes a guest will be like, "Oh, they were so good. Here, give them $5."
They don't get
right.
it. They don't
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah, and so it's like,
that won't make it past that pocket. That first
yeah,
one.
it doesn't make it past the server. The
That's
server's like,
going right
damn,
in
I
the
just got a
server
dub,
pocket.
baby.
Yeah,
I'm up.
exactly.
Like, I bought you a juice box. Like,
You give me a 20? Hell yeah.
yeah. But we learned something in COVID. We learned that the restaurant runs, the backbone, what it runs on is the kitchen. We learned, and I don't like saying this because I value all of our employees, but the front of house is obsolete. The servers, bartend, all that stuff is pretty much obsolete.
It's just sugarcoating.
It's just, yeah, it's just the cherry
Icing
on
on
top.
the cake. You want the cake.
Yeah.
Icing
your
is just
cooks-
nice to have.
Yeah.
If your cooks aren't happy, not a good sign.
Oh, dude,
Not a good
everybody is happy. Don't get me wrong. There's day-to-day stressful situations, but everybody is ecstatic. We have such amazing retainment on employees, and it's only going to get better because I actually sat down today because my Advent Health doctor's appointment was canceled.
Boo, Advent, boo, boo.
Advent. She sat down today with a CPA, and we're trying to figure out how to implement a safe haven 401k and get our health insurance started up for the company.
Nice.
So, we already retain employees as is because we go on yearly trips together. Every year, full expenses paid for all the employees. If you want to bring your significant other, they have to pay their way. But, I mean, shit. We're going to Key West next year.
It's a lot more than most pizza places.
That's a lot more than most everything.
For anything.
Yeah, like
Anything.
I've never been in a restaurant where they give back to you so much. Like when I worked at Grimaldi's, my general manager David Klager, shout out to David. He was one of the best people I ever knew in my entire life. But I knew that guy was banking in crazy money on profits. I knew he was banking
That
in
ruins your
massive
spirit.
bonuses.
It
That
does.
ruins your spirit
It
as
does.
an employee. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
And he always took care of me. He was always nice to me and always gave me amazing guidance and, this, that, and everything. But it's like, you know what I got for Christmas from my boss? I got a trip to Kentucky for my birthday. Like
Kentucky?
yeah, like so I'm going up to Red River Gorge. It was supposed to be for rock climbing, but it's going to be a little too cold to rock climb.
Yeah.
But he's I don't care. I got family that lives in like 2.5 hours away, so I'll go see my family. I'm gonna go zip lining, hiking, et cetera,
yeah.
et cetera.
That sounds awesome.
But like he got me a flight, a place to stay for Christmas, birthday. What you can mash it together. That's worth both of them. Like
Yeah.
in my eyes, he was like, "You need to take the time off. You need these days. Go there. I know on your days off you like to just sit and just be alone and be like at a park or whatever. Just go there, and I don't want to get you anything in the city. Enjoy yourself.
Just
Hell
go to
yeah.
nature. Take
Yeah,
it all in.
yeah, bro. It's gonna be a wonderful time. But there's not like bosses don't do that. You know,
No.
like
Never.
people don't do that.
Even to know, just I know that you don't like the city.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I know.
That's
Yeah,
a real
right, right.
relationship right there.
Yeah, like I've known that man for 7 years, so he better know something about me, right?
Right,
Like,
right.
but like people don't take care of people like that in the
They
workplace.
don't.
No.
They
Like,
don't.
It's a phenomenal place to work. It's really a good time, and don't get me wrong, you got to be tough to work there because we'll sift through and we'll find out if you
Joey
ain't gonna
gonna
make
get
it.
in your ass, boy.
No, man, we just know. Like we'll look at somebody, we hire them, and we're like, oh, they ain't gonna make it. Like I made one joke around them, like they didn't like it. They ain't gonna make it.
Snowflake.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they ain't gonna show up tomorrow.
Too
Like
gentle.
yeah, too gentle.
Entitled.
I mean, it's a restaurant, so you can only imagine the crazy shit that's being said in front of people all the time.
Everybody's smoking, everybody fucking in restaurants.
It's a pirate ship, man.
It's a
They're
fucking
swearing
pirate
like
ship.
sailors. Up there.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Oh, dude, we got an open kitchen, and I think it was like Thursday night last week. Yeah, Christmas Eve, Christmas Adam, as I like to say.
Adam.
Oh.
I like that. I like that shit.
And we were just so busy. I mean, it was probably the busiest Thursday we ever had. I'm pretty sure we did like 7,500 from 4 to 9 p.m.
Dang.
Insane. Just insane. Tickets to the floor, just the to-go station, to-go area was just packed full of people, like sardines in there, bro. There probably been 10, 15 people. And everybody was just waiting on their pizza, and they're like, this guy, let's say his name was John. He was like, hey,
Come on, better name than John.
Oh, fuck it. His name's John. Everybody there, I swear to God, everybody there is named Steve and Greg. It's very like
basic ass
traditional white people names.
Damn.
Just the boomers, right?
Yeah, it is.
name. Where's the sequoias at?
They're not there. They're not there, bro.
Okay, but go ahead.
and so this guy John, he's like, hey, I'm here to pick up. My name is John, and I'm there. I'm making literally just stretching pizzas, and I look at him, and he goes, I think I'm a little early, and we've been quoting an hour, and it's been like 25 minutes. His ticket's hanging up right in front of me. I'm looking at it,
Mm.
and I go, hey John, you're early, and he goes, yeah, I thought I was gonna be. I was like, he goes, how much longer you think? I said, what time were you quoted? He goes, an hour. I said, how long has it been? He goes, about 30 minutes. I said, then I'd say 30 more minutes.
Ridiculous.
And he was like, okay, but everybody knows, bro. They walk in the door, they see how slam busy we are and how everybody is just busting their ass, and nobody is like, oh, I want my food now. They all get it. Everybody
Right.
that walks through that door just gets it. And if they don't, they learn. And if they don't learn, then they don't come back. And
Like, sir, you realize people have driven across the state for this?
yeah, like for real, bro. You can wait another 5 minutes, buddy. Drink a beer. Like we even get these chants going, bro. This is my favorite. We'll be working, or I don't even know where I'll be. But like, hey, John. Also, there's multiple Johns. I'll be like, hey, John, your pizza won't be ready for like another 10 minutes. It's almost there. Why don't you drink a beer? And he'll be like, oh, okay. And he'll be like, oh, actually, no, I don't think I want one. And I'll be like, why don't you drink a beer, man? Drink a beer for me. Why don't you drink a beer? And then the cooks behind me will start chanting, drink a beer, drink a... I swear to God, you'll hear it all the way out in the dining room. Just everybody chanting, drink a beer, drink a beer.
That's
and it'll be
awesome.
like, okay. And everybody will be like, yeah, John's going to drink a beer.
Yeah, they must feel so special.
Dude, they do, bro. And everybody loves it because this is like why people like us, because
It's a
we're
vibe.
authentic.
It's a vibe.
We're just unapologetically us, and we're just having fun, just slamming out pizzas and hopefully making money.
yeah.
Have you ever had to bounce any customers out? Any unruly, irate customers?
Yeah, one time this
Like
lady came in.
physically.
Well, not physically, but she came in and she was just like harassing one of our employees. She approached the bar. She said something. I don't remember what it was off the top of my head, but she's holding a baby.
Oh, God.
This is the best part. She's holding a baby in her arm. She starts yelling. Oh, she started yelling about like a Cali crust or El Diablo or something. Started yelling about it, getting real upset. She was obviously intoxicated. She sets the baby down on the bar, and Jamie comes out and he goes, "Listen, lady, that's the first problem." She sets the baby down on the bar. He goes, "Listen, lady, you got to get the fuck out of here." And she's like, just making a scene. He's like, "If you don't leave, I'm gonna call the police." And she just keeps on making a scene. She walks away. She comes back. Cop shows up. She gets arrested and trespassed.
Oh my God.
Somebody has to take her baby. And I'm like, damn, bro.
Was it worth it,
What
bitch?
time of night was this?
Dude, this was like 5 o'clock on a Sunday, bro.
What?
Yeah, white trash starts early.
Unruly. Unruly on a Sunday.
Yeah, dude. People be they just be doing too much. And the thing is, if somebody like says something to my employees and I deem it just mad disrespectful, I'm gonna say something to them. Be like, "Hey, man, don't talk to us like that."
Yeah.
And if they want to say something else, I'll be like, "Hey, man, your whole meal is on the house. Get the fuck out of here." Because you don't talk to people like that. You know, I understand people are like, the customer's always right. Bro, customer was always right in like 1990. This ain't that time.
There's always a line of
In
respect,
chain
respect there.
restaurants, in the corporate
Yeah.
restaurants.
Yeah, but like,
This is the neighborhood, son.
yeah, this is you in the hood, baby. Don't
Even in
be fucking
corporate,
right.
bro. Like I feel you can't like as a human. There's a line of respect that you can't cross with another human. Like you're not gonna call someone out of their name and you don't even know them. They're serving you. They're helping you, giving you a service,
Yeah,
and you want to go wild on them. Like yo, that just is a reflection on you on a human being. Like
yeah. Don't be disrespectful. Don't be a dick, bro. Like that's
it's
all we're asking.
simple.
Like you can be short. You can like answer your questions with yes or no's. You can say, "Can I have more water, please?" You can say all that stuff. But I literally said I've had grown people. I walk up there, I touch the tables. I'll be like, "How is everything tonight?" Diet Coke. And I'll be like, "No, ma'am." I said, "How is everything tonight?" And they'll be like, "Can I get a Diet Coke?" And I'll be like, "Ma'am, you got to let me do my job before I can do what you want." Be like, "So why don't you tell me how everything is tonight?" And she goes, "Good." And I said, "And you said a Diet Coke, ma'am?" Like,
Man.
it's because like I got to go through my part in
Yeah.
order for me to get to your part. Like I ain't here to serve you. I'm here to figure out how everything is. I will help you, absolutely. But let me get to my part. Let me get through my part first, bro. Like you just jump into the gun like Diet Coke, bro. What the fuck? Lemonade, like
I remember that serving. I remember that. Walk up to a customer. Hey, my name is Daniel. I'll be your server today. You run down all the goddamn shit. Diet Coke, water, Pepsi. It's like, nice to meet you.
yeah, yeah. I just don't get it, bro. I just
Just
really
walk
don't
up.
get it.
Food, drink.
Yeah, pretty much, bro. But then you have the people who like there's a neighbor that lives literally directly across the street. They're the sweetest people in the world. They come in like every Friday before the rush. So at like 4 o'clock, 4:30, I sit and I talk with them for like 30 minutes every day or every time that I see him. Whenever I see him outside, I wave at him, say hello. You know, like we don't take reservations from 6 to 8 on Friday, Saturday. One day they were like, "Hey, I know you guys don't do this, but I have my whole family coming in town. Can you do this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course, bro. Like y'all watch out for us. Y'all take care of us. Y'all are extremely sweet to us. Like y'all never did us wrong." I had another guest who came in. Her name's Deborah and Rick, and they actually got me a Christmas card, bro.
Hey,
Wow.
A Christmas card. I was like,
So sweet.
damn. It's like your handwriting is so beautiful. Like it was the first thing I saw. I was like, damn, your handwriting is so beautiful, bro. Like you guys are so sweet. Like I never expected anybody to do that. Like, or like the guy that comes in on Sunday morning at 12:05 every single Sunday. He orders the same thing: 18-inch margarita, cup and char, and sometimes he switches up the wings. No blue cheese, no ranch. Name's Tim. I brought out his pizza for him last Sunday, and he was like, "Hey man, thanks so much." I was like, I chat with him here and there. I'll be like, "Oh, how you doing?" Blah blah blah. And I always try to time it. I always try to get it before he gets in. I always try to have the pizza made so that I can so whenever he's like about to pay, he'll be waiting for like 5 minutes instead of like 15 or 20 like he normally does.
Yeah. Good
And-
customer service.
Yeah, because I know it's like a standing order. He's there every single Sunday, right when we open.
Right.
And right when I walked out and gave him the pizza, I was like, "Man, it's nice seeing you again. I thought you weren't going to show. You were late today." And he was like, "Oh, I'll always show. It's a standing order." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And he hands me a gift card. He was like, "Merry
Damn.
Christmas." And I'm like, do I have this effect on people that they think that I'm worthy of like receiving a gift from them? Do I really like impact these individuals so much?
For sure, man.
Like, and that's to me, like, you don't see that every day. So the Christmas time is kind of nice to see that I really do have these impacts. Or maybe he just bought them in bulk and was like, yo, I have like 10 in my pocket.
There you go,
But I like to believe that I impact these individuals to the point where they think about me like, you know, in the line, and they're like, oh, I'm going to get him a gift card, or I'm going to do this for him, because he don't know shit about me. Like, he just knows that I make his pizza every day and I say, what's up?
I mean, you don't know what's going on in his life. He could be looking forward to you coming up and talking to him. And,
yeah,
it's
true.
You never know, you know? So,
It's
I mean,
true.
you that simple, you know, just reaching out, saying how your day was, he might not get that, you know, all throughout the week until he comes and sees you.
Yeah, it's true. And you know, I don't know their stories. I don't know who they are, but I know their name. I know their order. You know, like I probably know more about him than most people. Like, you know, like I know what he does every Sunday at noon. Like,
yeah, my stove.
Yeah,
Munching on pizza, baby.
so it's nice, man. It's nice making these connections with people and not having to put on a facade, not having to be fake. I can be who I really am whenever I talk to them. I can be who, like, I don't have to, you know, like, oh, with this person I was that way, so I have to be that way forever. I can just be who I am all the time. And it kind of just like is enjoyable. People like that shit.
Well, Joey, thanks for coming on, man.
It's already
great
over.
Conversation.
Well, Joey, I appreciate you coming out, man. It was a blessing to hear about what you're doing over there in Safety Harbor. Sounds like you guys are really changing things and making a real staple in the community and changing people's lives one slice at a time.
Man, I'd like to believe so. I do appreciate being here, man. It was a good time.
Good conversation, man. So if you want to, you know, tell the people what you got going on, shout out your business, anything you want to let them know.
One last time
For the people. So everybody come down to the Nona Slice House at 997 Main Street, Safety Harbor. Grab yourself a slice, man. Come say hi to me. Man, I can't wait to see you guys. Somebody. That'd be great.
All right, yes. See everyone.
All right. That was good, bro. I feel like I rambled.
You're good, man. That's good.